Right, so in this video, as you can see, I'm scarifying. Only doing a light scarifying job on this lawn. It's quite a new job, one this year. And as you can see, there's a lot of damage from the long heat wave that we had in this country. And that's just showing how much is coming out. And this is a Scarify I've had for a year, but it's actually the first time I actually get to use it. So yes, it's a bit of a learning curve. I have used Scarifyers before, so I did know what I was doing, but yeah, it was a little bit nice to finally use it. And one thing to note with these machines in general is to overlap. Because on this, the wheels stick out of the actual cutting width. So just something to consider if you are looking into ways of doing scarifying. And yes, well, you're best off overlapping a little bit too much than not enough, because you'll have a lot of lines in your lawn where you can see you haven't scarified. But in general, it's a quite nice scarifier. Nice and powerful, quite light. There's no self-propel feature on any scarifiers that I'm aware of, mainly because you don't need it. With the cassette spinning, it sort of moves, quite freely. So you don't need to. If you're looking to get one for the first time, you don't need to look for any sort of self-propel. And as I say, it's quite light. You want to go sort of walking pace. Also, this footage is sped up. And yes, well, in terms of in the market, the Hater one is probably a sort of high-end budget one. I wouldn't expect companies that do this day in, day out to use one of these, let's just put it that way. And so apart from that, you really just want to do it in the autumn, this sort of time of year, in September, October. And you can really, you can do a light scarify like this, or you can scarify it 4 times and feed it and top dress it and all that. But this client here just wanted it lightly scarified, which was fine. I was quite excited, as I said, to finally use the Scarify. And yes, I'll see how it develops, and we might need to put some treatments on it at some point. So in terms of clearing up, a few different ways. You can use a petrol vacuum machine, which I have used before on jobs. Does cause a lot of dust if it is very dry. This wasn't bone dry, but it was fairly dry. You can use a backpack blower, which I thought was a bit overkill on this one. As there's flower beds everywhere, I didn't want to make a huge mess. So I just used the handheld blower, which I thought I recorded, but turns out I didn't. So I apologise for that. But yeah, if you are doing it on your own lawn, and it's a smallish lawn, and it takes 5-10 minutes to actually mow this lawn, just a standard sort of leaf rake, and then go over it with the lawnmower just to tidy it up. And yeah, this was about 1 garden waste wheelie bin, which if you're in the UK, it's quite a lot. But if I went over it 4 times, we'd need about 4 wheelie bins. So yes, as I say, if you do have even an electric blower or a handheld petrol one, that was great with this. Or if you want some exercise, use a leaf rake. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope it was of interest.